everyone. So I'm not really doing Vlogmas or anything, but I thought I'd do some shorter videos here in December. Just some just some basic stuff, show some process. Um, so what I'm doing here, I'm just gonna try to redraw the sketch of Courtney. It was the guy on the left there. Um, just doing some real basic sketches. I liked this drawing, but I didn't think it was quite ready to be finished, so I thought I'd do a little redraw and see if I liked it better. So you see me here doing a thumbnail. Just I wanted to try to plan out a background instead of waiting last minute to do that because that never works in my favor. So I thought I'd actually try to plan it out like professional or something. Um, this is me. I just decided I was going to do something super simple. Have him leaning on a door frame. Um, Not a full body sketch or anything. Here I'm just lying in a guideline so I kind of know where I want that edge of the doorway to be, just to give myself a reference point to have him leaning against. Um, it's better than just having your character floating in the middle and then try to fit things in around them later. I found personally that makes it a little bit frustrating to make it look good. You end up having to do a lot more adjusting. So here I am just laying down the very basic sketch, kind of the underest of under drawings, real basic light sketches. I use a lot of just wireframes and basic shapes. I find that a really good way to start. Just kind of start with a general idea and then work your way to smaller details. A general art rule of thumb is to work large, medium to small. So you get your general shapes, ideas in first, and then work your way down into the finer details. Because if you start with the details, you may have to redraw them multiple times to fit in with a larger picture. So get your larger picture in done in there first. Um, just so this character is kind of newer in the last couple of years. I think I said in that really long video I posted last time that I used to ship my character Rita with Fox McCloud in the Star Fox universe, and I don't do that anymore. Um, Courtney here, who is my character, would be Rita's boyfriend in my current headcanon for her. Uh, he is not a quote unquote good guy like Fox. Like you wouldn't, he's not a hero, I guess is the way to put it. He had a real rough childhood. Um, Ended up being a pit fighter in his teens into his 20s, and had to kind of escape from that life. It's not what he wanted. He did not choose that. He was kind of forced into it. Circumstances. Um, so he's had a rougher life. He's a little bit harder around the edges than, say, Fox and some other characters in the Star Fox team. He might be um, more like Falco, but not as much of a jerk, if that makes sense. He's actually a really nice guy. Um, or he's a good guy, but he's not a quote unquote good guy. Like he's not going to go out of his way to be an asshole to you, um, though he does have trust issues, like I do. Anyway, here's me just doing some work on his hair. I did go back in after I turned the camera off and correct his cheek floof there on the left. I thought it was sticking out a little too far. It should be wrapped back more around. So to go ahead and fix that, I think it looks a little better. If I do another recording of this particular sketch, if I record any more of the process of this, you'll see that next time I record it. Working on some clothing details here. Now I do love drawing him in a tie and a waistcoat and like a button down. I would say it's probably not his usual outfit. Him being a little more athletic like Rita. Um, Probably wears slightly more comfortable clothes. I just think he looks really good dressed up. And it's fun to draw a guy in a waistcoat. Guys, wear more waistcoats. It looks good. Sounds like my furnace is about to kick on. I apologize if you can hear that. And always, if you hear background noise, I do have cats, and they are little agents of chaos. I love them dearly, but they do not respect me or anyone. I'm still working on some clothing details here. I will say I really do like how his elbow on the left there turned out. Elbows are hard to draw and make look good sometimes. It's not quite as bad as hands and feet. Um, but there we go. It is fascinating watching my hands while I'm recording. I'm not aware of what my hands are doing a lot of the time because I'm drawing, but like watching how much I twiddle my fingers around or I keep rotating my pencil like that. Like, I don't know why I do that. I was not aware that I did that. It's fascinating to watch yourself on a recording. You see me correcting his legs. I just liked it, made it look like he was leaning back a bit more. Instead of having that leg kind of propped up, he's just kind of like just leaning in the doorway. I don't know why I went putting this line in a little bit here. I'm going to go and draw his tail in over that. So, I don't know. It's a sketch. You make sketches to work things out, so it doesn't have to be perfect the first time around. Working on his hand. And I am just using a piece of printer paper or copy paper and like a school HB or number 2 pencil. You don't have to have the most expensive art supplies to make a decent drawing. I would say even like the quality of your art supplies does not make who you are as an artist. Like, start out with whatever you can afford. In fact, I'd say for brand new artists or people who are getting restarted, don't go buy the most expensive things. Like, don't do that to yourself. Just buy a package of copy paper or a cheap sketchbook or something, a pack of pencils, a cheap mechanical pencil, some pens, whatever. See if it's something you enjoy doing first before you drop a lot of cash on something. And then it also saves you the frustration of having expensive art supplies and then not being happy with what you're doing with them. Whatever. Art should be accessible to everybody. So, get what you can afford. If you can only afford a package of copy paper and some cheap pencils, use that. And we're done. We'll see you later. Bye.